all, sugar. This is Grandma Sunshine, and today we are going to talk about some very important topics with the World News Report with Grandma Sunshine. Now, I know this is 2014, and we have the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. Well, I believe that CNN, Ben Wedeman, is like taking the news to the extreme. I mean, Grandma Sunshine World News is about humanity. What do we really care about in this world? Yes, we care about making the lives of the Palestinians with honor and dignity and respect. But we also care about making the Israelis have security, and they should live in peace, not running every single minute for a bomb shelter. Sugar, I'm Grandma Sunshine, born and raised in Mississippi as a Southern Baptist. And I believe that America is all about freedom. That's right. Sugar, Israel is one of the only democracies that we have in the Middle East. And what we are doing with Ben Wedeman and CNN, well, they are just trying to make a name for themselves. They are trying to bring sympathy to the Palestinians. And sugar, what good is that going to do to make peace in this world? The real problem is, sugar, that Israel gave back Gaza to the Palestinian people. And Israel, sugar, is the children of God. What they have, the children of the Bible, what they understand with compassion and mercy. Who do you think goes to the people all over the world who has earthquakes and they send their own people to help? Who do you think is always there for the tragedies of the world? That's right, sugar, Israel. And I believe, Grandma Sunshine, World News, we believe that the Palestinians can understand peace by stopping sending missiles. Stop the Hamas from taking all that money that these people could use for universities to better their lives. Sugar, you know how many millions of dollars that Hamas is spending trying to go underground and trying to sneak all these missiles into Gaza? Well, what reason? Tell me, sugar. Sending missiles to a power which is more powerful than they are, Israel, is that going to make peace? Do they really care about their citizens, sugar? If they cared about their citizens, they wouldn't make launching sites to send missiles to Israel in populated areas where there are people. They don't really care for their people. The people that got hit on the beach, there was a launching pad over there. What type of people is trying to help their own people? They're trying to get sympathy from the world that Israel has hurt some of their civilians. Sugar, I am Grandma Sunshine, and I am telling you that the reason why there is no peace in the Middle East is because it is in the minds of this Hamas to try to convince people that Israel is bad and Israel is terrible and arrogant. All that Turkey leaders, and what do they say? Nonsense. They say things that are just anti-Semitic. What is going on with these peoples around the world? The Arab League should get together and try to say, Gaza citizens, you want to live in peace? Israel should help you live in peace. And we are going to make sure, we're going to send international bodies from all over the world to go into Gaza and make sure there's no missile launch sites. We're going to make sure that Israel has peace. Israel isn't going to go into Gaza anymore. They're going to have their own free country over there, Gaza. Sugar, I believe that it's Hamas, which is trying to twist the minds of the whole entire world, thinking that Israel is hurting the civilians. Well, Israel doesn't target civilians. Who targets civilians, sugar? Hamas. With those missiles they send to populated areas, they're committing war crimes. Israel doesn't send missiles to civilians. That's not their goal. Their goal is not to stop the missiles going into Israel. Sugar, what I believe is what we have to do is we have to, all over the world, trying to get the world to try to help Israel, trying to go in there, try to just look up in the world and say, we are going to make a difference in this world. Or we are going to try to pray to God. And we are going to bring the world together closer one another. And we're going to help those Gazans, those Palestinians. We're going to help them make a better life for themselves. We're not going to tell the whole world Israel is bad and terrible and this and that. This is not the way to make peace, sugar. We're going to help the Palestinians understand how to make peace, and we're going to tell the Israelis that we need their help, and we need to see that these people are going to be alive with dignity. And Israel is the one that's going to do it. You think any other Arab nations are going to come in and cultivate and try to help these people? Sugar, you have Israel right there. And we are going to watch over Israel. We make sure they do the right things. Sugar, the Hamas is a terrorist group. What they only know how to send in populated areas missiles and then turn and twist their minds around and make people think what they are doing. That's what they're trying to make other people think that they themselves are doing to the world. They are harming their citizens. I heard that they were singing the Fata songs inside a wedding, and then the militants of the Hamas came in and shot their own people to death at a wedding, sugar. If they're trying to tell the world that they're helping their citizens, they are not helping, sugar. Because if they were, they would stop getting all those missiles and spending all that money that the world is sending them to help those citizens. Sugar, let's say the Ana B'Koach. And I'm telling you why. Because Ana B'Koach is about the creations of the universe. And we have to all work together, sugar. Thank you so much. Let's say Ana B'Koach Gedulat Yimincha Tatir Tzura Kabel Rinat Amcha Sagvenu Taharenu Nora Na Gibor Doshei Chudcha Kevavat Shamrem Baruchem Taharem Rachamem Sidkazcha Tamid Gamalem Chasin Kadosh Berov Tucha Nahel Adatecha Yachid Ge'ei Li'amcha Pnei Zochrei Kedushatecha Shabbatenu Kabel Ushamat Sa'akatenu Yodea Ta'alumot Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Vahed. And sugar, we are going to work with the Israelis, we are going to work with the Palestinians, and we are going to tell Hamas if they want to help their citizens, we want to see how. We want to see that they're going to stop buying missiles, and they're going to start using that money to make those Palestinians one of the world-class leaders. And we're going to see a beautiful Gaza. We're going to see people having a life and living in peace. And we're going to see the Israelis having security, sugar. And we're going to see a world that has less hatred and anti-Semitism. And trying to work together, sugar. We all have to work together to rid this hate of our minds. This is called the Klipa in the Kabbalah. And we have to focus on the energies that are going to heal us, sugar. Thank you so much for listening to Grandma Sunshine, and may God bless you with miracles and blessings that surround you, and may you see the light that we must make peace in this world. Thank you so much for listening to Grandma Sunshine.